What is up, YouTube family? Thank you guys for tuning back into Wilburn Reactions. My name is Chad. If you are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. I promise you won't be disappointed. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video. Also, notification buttons on at all times. I do release videos throughout the day. Today, we're headed into a new group, new artist alert, blindside reaction for me. We're headed into Foghat. The song we're going into is Home in My Hand. So this is the studio version only. Usually you guys know I head into the studio version when I get introduced to a new group, unless you guys absolutely want me to go to the live version. I have no problem doing that. To my new subscribers, I want to thank you guys for joining this beautiful family. And I want to let you guys know I don't talk, skip, or pause during my reactions. I wait to the end to give you my honest, detailed breakdown, so wait for that. Let's dive in and see what Foghat brings to the table.
Stay
first introduction to this group, I feel like this is one of like the original. I wouldn't say. How can I work this without sounding? The original rock and roll sound. That's the best way I can say it. This is like that original rock and roll sound. I feel like this can be a group that like paved the way for a lot of groups. And I'm actually going to go look them up really quick, and see when they came out. I like to know that, but from their sound, I can tell they say formed in 71, so the 70s. Wow. So I feel like this is a group like, you know, they paved the way for a lot of rock and roll bands, and they have that sound. And that original rock and roll sound. I just said this recently to, what did I react to yesterday? I think it was Europe. I think I said it. Or Europe. I don't know if it was yesterday. One of these days. It might be a video going up today because you know how the blockage stuff works. But I think it was Europe. And I said this, when a group like this, you got that original pocket, the drummers, it's pocket drumming, but that guitar sound is that old Southern sound to it. It has that old Southern rock and roll sound. And then you got that guitar solo. You got your nice lyrics flowing, iced tea sipping. This is what I call it, iced tea sipping Southern rock and roll. And I don't know if these guys are from the Southern. That's just my description of what kind of rock and roll this is. And when it first started, I was on the edge a little bit because I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really feeling it. And then as it prolonged and went further into the song, I'm like, okay, I like this. I like this song. And music like this, I feel like for you guys, whenever I react to it, I come up, this is like home music for you guys. This is what you guys were uprooted on. Like, this band here is your uproots, and you guys always tell me like, hey man, this is the band I grew up listening to. This is an amazing band. And it's special for me to now be experiencing it for my first time. And now that I'm familiarizing myself with, not as best as I should, you know, I should be deeper in it, but familiarizing myself with different categories and genres of these bands. It's a special thing for me too, because you guys, like you say, you witnessed me listening to something for the first time, and then you remember your time listening to it. So I would tell you my first perspective on listening to like this group. That's why I say that I feel like this is like an original creator. Like, these guys are like the original, like not the creator of rock and roll, but they have that sound. And amongst other bands who came out in the 70s who had that sound, you know, that was the original rock and roll that you guys listened to. And I feel I can understand. I'm starting to understand just a hair. I mean, it's hard for me because I'm not too deep, but I'm starting to understand just a hair what you guys mean by, hey, rock and roll could have changed. You know, it changed, and different new groups came out and different things came out, and it wasn't the same. So now that I'm getting a little bit deeper into like different bands and sounds, I'm seeing what you guys are talking about bands back then to compare it to today's bands and 90s bands and 2000 bands and today's bands. You know, it's all different. And of course the genres and the styles of music change over the years, but I still understand now. I'm starting to see like there's great music today that you guys have given me out the 2090s, but I understand. But what I'm trying to say is, I get what you guys are saying when you say, hey, the 70s, 60s, they had that backbone, and the sound they had, a lot of bands don't keep, and I understand it. But at the same time, it's like, hey, this is the root, and this sound just sounds amazing. Like, you can listen to the newer stuff, but when you come back to this sound, there's nothing like it, and that's what it is. And I get what you guys are saying. There's nothing like it, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna bash the newer stuff. But it's just, I get what you guys are saying on that part. Like, there's nothing like original rock and roll. So I like this. I like the solo the guitar did here. It's like the original, you know, towards the end or middle of the song. That's when you get that guitar solo. The harmony on the vocals was amazing. The lead singer by himself, and then when they were harmonizing together, was amazing. I loved it. So definitely going to dive back into this group again and see what else they have out there. But thank you guys for tuning in to my channel. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.